Hey, it's Madison with Real Social Dynamics, continuing the Get Your 10 series. And I'm at the Torii Gates in Tokyo, Japan. Very serene place, magical place full of harmony. And inspired me to bring you an idea that's also about harmony. So far, we've been talking about you walking up to your 10, finding your perfect 10, and looking for your 10, being able to identify that 10. But man, what about you being a 10? If you act high value, you will be high value and you'll get high value. Think about that. It's not just about walking up to a girl, it's about being the 10 that she wants to meet, being the 10 for her, being the guy that she's looking for. Now, in your life, you've accomplished a lot so far. If I had to take a guess, you've done well in your career, you've applied yourself, and you've achieved a great path in front of you. Or in your school, you've really dedicated yourself and buckled down and gotten through it. Or you've had some challenging tribulation in your life, you've managed to see the light at the end of the tunnel. Either way, that makes you a 10. That makes you the guy that she's looking for. But you just don't know how to communicate it when you see her, you walk up to her. You forget all that stuff. So we're gonna talk about that today. How you can be a 10, how you can keep your value for yourself, and that makes you valuable to the girl. We're gonna talk about, in order to have value, you must act with value. And we're gonna explore that based on the seminar I did a few weeks ago, coming up right now. So your idea of what a 10 is going to change over time. And that's okay. Because there's also a girl that you're trying to meet, and her idea of what a 10 guy is also going to change. There's a girl out there right now who wants a 10. And her 10 before was a guy who had a six-pack abs. And she was into the dad bod gut. Then she fucked a bunch of guys that had six-pack abs. And then she turned 30 and she's like, this is not working. Now I just want a guy that treats me right. Right? And then you come along and you're now her 10. See what I'm saying? So there's a girl that's out there that's looking for you, but you gotta know how to find her. You gotta know how to look for her. You gotta know what the questions are. Because you are some girl's 10. You had some success in your life, in one area of your life. Could be in your career, you focus on that, hustled on it hard. Could be you did your education shit. Could have been you're just great at your hobby and you found a way to make that your life. And you just master your hobby now. You're like the top fucking painter or fucking whatever you are. And now you're her 10. And she wants to meet you. And there's some girl out there that's dying to meet you as her 10. But all it's waiting for you to do is move to Toronto. I've been hammering you to go to Toronto for like 3 days. Like, it's looking crazy. They're like, one lesson at boot camp. Let's go to Toronto. That's it. One lesson at boot camp. Or some shit like you go to Helsinki. We'll bleep the word out here. But if you go to that place, or like Eastern Europe, there's some places in Eastern Europe that are just amazing. There's cool girls who just want to meet cool guys. It's incredible. You are somebody else, somebody's 10 out there. The problem is you haven't figured out a way to convey that you are her 10. You're stuck in your insecurity, you're stuck in your shyness, you're stuck in your I'm not good enough, you're stuck in the I have to overgame to not show the depth, to show the vulnerability, to show the moments of silence, to show the screening. You're stuck in that. And so she never actually gets to meet, let's call this down here, the real you. She meets your pickup persona instead. And so you don't get to meet your 10 because what you're looking for is the wrong fucking version, and she gets to meet the wrong fucking version of you. She gets to meet game version of you. But you gotta combine it, right? Yeah, use game to meet that girl. Use it. But let her meet the real you. Because there's a girl out there right now who's like, damn, I want to meet a guy like that fucking dude. I want to meet a guy who was not born in good situations, was not born lucky, was not born good with girls, but he figured it out somehow. He rise to the occasion and he fucking got good at this shit. I want to meet a guy who's overcome some drama in his life because he can teach me as a girl who's been sheltered how to overcome some drama. That's what my girlfriend says to me. She's like, damn, one thing I love about you is that you came from a really fucked up background. Like my background is fucked up. Like just guys that have worse situations, but mine was like in school, went to 5 different schools. I had to carry guns and knives just to try to get through school. Went to a lot of alternative schools, and then I didn't graduate. Then I flunked out, and like just crazy shit, right? And I had to go through that. But look what I'm doing now. It's pretty fucking cool what I'm doing now. I never would have thought this can happen to me. And my girlfriend loves that. She's like, damn, I want a guy that's been through what you've been through. She doesn't want to have the experience, but she wants to meet a guy that's been through some shit because it gives her confidence that in the future I can get through a lot more shit, right? I can get through a lot more shit. And to be honest, I'm an old man now. I'm like mid-30s and she's like young and shit. You know what I'm saying? She's like a lot younger than me. So anything is possible, man. Sky's the limit. But you got to figure out who is your actual 10. And don't be bought into what the guy to the left of you wants or the guy to the right of you wants. Figure out what is your 10. And it's going to be different. It can change over time. And then, most importantly, I'm going to leave you with this kind of thought here. Figure out, does it make sense for that 10 you imagine to also date you? Very important. So, check it out. It's like the girl you imagine, okay? Girl you imagine. Maybe she's got like great body, exercises, she's smart, she's social, she's intelligent, she also reads comic books, but she's the life of the party. Okay, first of all, does it even make sense for these two qualities to exist together in one human being? Ask yourself that question. Maybe it doesn't make sense for her to be outgoing, but also be spiritual? I don't know, maybe not. Maybe it doesn't make sense for her to like love Magic the Gathering, okay? But also be like very comfortable meeting new people. Maybe it doesn't make sense for her to be from a well-to-do, good-off family, but be very sexual and understand RSD. My buddy of mine just broke up with his girlfriend today. They broke up because he had traveled the world with me, hanging out with RSD guys, pimping it, exploring himself, developing as a man, and she didn't have that sexual experience, so she couldn't understand it. So he wanted this girl who was like well-to-do, from a great family, but she didn't have any like life experience. She didn't travel or backpack through Europe. You know what I'm saying? All that shit. So it was the wrong girl for him. So maybe the qualities you're looking for a girl don't even exist in the same fucking girl. I want a girl who's spiritual, but also goes to sex clubs with me and has orgies. I want a girl who reads a lot, but also is popular on Instagram. Look, has fake tits, right? Fake tits and she reads a lot. She had to look up a lot of doctors and read articles online. So maybe that's what you want. And then there's this kind of space here where it's the person that you are. This looks like tits, right? There's this person that you are. And there's got to be this gap where this overlap where the person that you are and the person that she is makes sense for you to come together. Maybe it doesn't make sense for you to come together. Maybe you want to date Ariana Grande, but you don't play any instruments and you've never listened to her CD and you're not going to be a backup dancer and you don't like music that much and I don't know, some shit, you haven't even traveled a lot. Well, it makes no sense for you to fucking date Ariana Grande, right? There's gotta be some sort of balance, right? There's a reason why certain people date each other. There's a reason why models date photographers. There's a reason why Ariana Grande dates Mac Miller or Selena Gomez dates The Weeknd. There's a crossover. So maybe you're perfect 10. There's no crossover between you and your perfect 10. And you got to find a way to get to that crossover. What is it that you and that girl would have in common? What is it that you and that girl could do together? What could you invite her into? And if you hear me say this, you're like, damn, these are some hardcore questions. Then you need to ask yourself these questions. These are very, very serious questions. Very straight up questions, very hardcore questions you need to ask yourself. Because if you don't ask yourself these questions, then you're just lying. And you have a choice. You can either be happy or be ignorant. You can find happiness ignorant, or you can find happiness in truth, but you can't do both. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, get clear on what your 10 is, who your 10 is, why you want that girl to be your 10, and does it make sense for her to be in your life? Any questions? Yeah, in the back.
So if your definition of a 10 changes over time, is it possible to ever be happy in a marriage?
Ooh, big question. Can you say it louder so the other guys can hear you?
If your definition of a 10 constantly changes, is it possible to ever be happy in a marriage or a very long-term relationship?
Big question. I would say yes. So at this point in my life, I've done it all, been through it all. I would, if I'm in a relationship, my relationship has to be flexible, right? So any girl that I date right now, I'm like, listen, I need to be able to change the situation of our relationship. If our relationship arrangement doesn't work, we'll flip it up, we'll switch it, okay? So for example, it's like, if I'm in a monogamous relationship, I might be down for that for a while. If I'm not touring, my girlfriend lives in the same city, I'm down for a monogamous relationship. Then maybe we both go if I go on the road and she's doing some shit, maybe after that, we gotta have an open relationship because I'll be gone for a month or some shit like that. You know, if I'm horny and my brain's not working, then I need to do the opposite. I need to fuck something, right? Or maybe after I've been on the road touring and I've been having sex with girls, maybe after a while I'm bored of that shit and a few years later down the road I just want to like, yo, maybe I want to get married, okay? It's possible. I mean, you look at a lot of the RSD instructors, a lot of us have girlfriends. Like Max has a girlfriend, I have a girlfriend. Julian's been with his girlfriend for 6 years, I think, okay? Jeffy just got out of a relationship, but we've had girlfriends. And like, why would the biggest pimps on fucking earth want to have a girlfriend? Because at some point, that's what we want. But your girl you're with has to be open to the idea of like the relationship changing, the context of the relationship changing. She has to be open to the idea of that, but say to herself, yo, I'm totally fine with it changing because I know that what we have together, what we have in the middle, our relationship is strong. I know that's the main thing, right? So not every girl can do that. Not every girl's gonna be flexible. Some girls have an idea of what their dream relationship's gonna be like forever. You know, so do I believe in marriage? I guess this would be the bigger question. I don't believe in marriage like of the state, where like you lose half your shit that you had before you met her because she hung around. I don't believe in that state marriage, but the idea of marriage is pretty fucking cool. Besides that, I have no problem being married. Now, if I'm in a marriage, would I be monogamous my whole life within that marriage? Maybe not. Maybe I wouldn't be monogamous. Maybe she wouldn't be monogamous. Maybe at some point she'd be like, you go do what you want to do and I'll still be here at home. That's cool. But I don't think there's anything wrong with actually like choosing a partner. You know, maybe you won't call it a marriage. Maybe you'll call it life partner. Life partner. Maybe you'll call it like your lover, your teammate or something shit like that. I don't know what you call it. But either way, I think it's dope. I think having a girlfriend is dope. I think being in a long-term relationship is also dope. I think it's all pretty cool. You know, I like it all. So I think it's all dope. It just depends on if the relationship is flexible and can change. There's an expression that the older you get, the older you feel. That's not true. I believe more in the other expression, that age is nothing but a number. At this time, my body feels a little bit 50. My soul feels 25. My age is somewhere smack dab in the middle. So age is a mindset, a mentality. Don't discredit people that are much younger than you, that have something to offer. At the same time, don't think just because someone is older that they know exactly what they're talking about. Now you've seen my mindset, my headspace when it comes to being a 10. Again, you already have a lot of great things inside of you. You have a kingdom of riches that you've built up. The challenge is expressing that and being able to communicate that to the girl, finding a way to let her know these inner 10 that you have built up on the inside, and expressing that to the outside world. That is the challenge. That is what game is. That is what grown-ass man game is. That is what character-based pickup is. And that's what we're talking about in this series here about getting your 10. And again, once you're able to do this, you will be her 10. Because you already are, man. You're so money. You have no idea, but you just forgot. And you're changing yourself and you're pretending to be a beta male when you are interacting with the girl that you want. You're just pretending to be a beta male. That is not you. I meet you guys all the time at the free tours, at the events that I do. You guys come up and tell me amazing things you do, like hike across Europe or backpack through the Alps, ride motorcycles past South America down the trails, and all kinds of amazing things. You help, you volunteer. You guys are working with kids in cancer research, and all of a sudden you walk into a girl and you're like, hey, do you guys come here often? It's like, that's not you, bro. That's not you. Why are you pretending to be somebody else that you're not? Be the 10 that you already are. Hope you enjoy this series. We're doing more of these videos in the upcoming weeks and months to come. Go down below, press the subscribe button. Share this video with a friend if you haven't already. God can benefit from this. Switch his mindset, teach him something new. Share the video, get him to watch it. Get ready for more Get Your 10 series. And as always, keep in touch and don't be a stranger. Boss. Let me ask you a question. What did you get in this for, man? You're run-of-the-mill 6, you're run-of-the-mill 7, a girl who's not that ambitious, not that hot, not that intelligent. I don't think you did. You got in this for your dream girl, the girl next door, next to you in class, the one you see on TV, the one that you get excited about on Instagram. That's what you got in this for. But somewhere along the line, you gave up. You became one of two guys. You're the guy that said, I'm not gonna try very hard because I know that I'm gonna fail. Or the guy that tried to get his dream girl and you didn't know how to do it, and so you fucked up along the way. Well, guess what, man? I'm gonna give you all the insights that I have about this. Because first of all, you might not know this, but 6s and 7s are actually harder than 9s or 10s. Because 9s and 10s communicate on a very pure communication channel, a very simple language. And once you understand this blueprint, it makes it so much easier. You're actually probably killing your results by going for girls of lesser quality if you're a high value guy. Not only that, but you probably can't even see the 10s that are around you. Why? Because you're intimidated by them. Because you block them out of your mind so you don't approach them and you don't get rejected. But if you knew the language in which they communicated, walking up to them and being simple would be very easy. A lot of times when you see me talk to a 9 or a 10, it's gonna look the same way as when you talk to an average girl, but it's completely different. You're gonna say, hey, don't me and Madison be pimping alike? Nah, not in your life. There's things that I do and I say that look the same, but they operate on a completely different level. Because I understand something called painting context, and I understand high value communication, and that makes all of the difference. And I didn't come about this easily because I was in the game for 7, 8, 9 years before I understood this stuff. I did all the programs, I went to all the seminars, and nothing seemed to work. And then for me, the turning point was I decided that was it, no more, ya basta, as they say. And I discovered the fashion industry. And I went around with my friends that were fashion industry people, the photographers, people backstage, and I hung out with the models, and I went to the shows and the events. And I learned that a lot of these girls who were on these magazines and on the runway were very different than how I perceived them. They operated and thought about dating differently. And once I understood that pathway, that labyrinth, I was able to talk to them and have them be very attracted to me. That spilled over onto online dating. That spilled over to dating girls who were on TV, and so on and so on. I started to incorporate this in my life and share it with my students. In fact, thousands upon thousands upon thousands of them now. And you usually don't hear about these students because some of these guys have become even more successful, high profile. And the girls that they're dating, if you knew their names, you would recognize them right away. So what we did is we kind of keep it silent. We kept it on the down low for a while because, you know, true bad boys move in silence. But I thought time was here. Enough is enough. I decided to give you guys my final dating program with RSD. This is my kill shot. This is everything that I know about attracting nothing but high quality girls. The 10 points that make all the difference. And these insights are gonna revolutionize the way you see women and yourself. It's gonna explore so much opportunity and open up the door to that opportunity. Things that you didn't even know were right in front of your eyes are gonna become possible. And that's what I have for you in this program. This program is for guys that are absolutely more than dead serious. They're committed to getting their dream girl. You might think that it would take a really long time to get good at this stuff. And I've seen it to be absolutely different. The reason why you might think it takes a long time is because you've been doing it wrong. Everything you've been taught is wrong, and the way you've been going about it is just dead wrong. I don't mean to twist a knife here, but you've been wasting your time. Guys come to me, take my programs, and somewhere around 60 to 90 days later, they send me a photo with a girl that's absolutely mind-blowing that they thought they could even get. It's way beyond their dreams. So I know it's possible. And that's why I designed the course to be 60 to 90 days of challenges. It's not about doing theory and sitting down with your little paper all the time. It's about getting out in the real world and also doing challenges, interacting with these girls, making friends with them, and learning from them. That's what this is about. And I know that you can make a change in 60 to 90 days if you commit to it. That's why this is a 90-day challenge to your breakthrough. This is all about quality, not quantity. And I know that you've been trying your best and you've been giving it your all. But if what you were doing would have worked, it would have worked already. If the videos and courses that you got would have worked, they would have worked already. If what your friends told you was the way to go about it, and that would have worked, where are the results? It would have worked already. Again, 10s operate on a different frequency. Your dream girl operates on a different paradigm. And we got to figure out who that dream girl is and get you to be the guy that she's looking for. And once we have that, nothing but magic.